Well, brain is one of the most fascinating and awesome instrument available in the world. It is just like a data processor of a computer. The job of the brain is to process the information that we feed in. We use our senses, yes, definitely senses, to feed the information. The brain processes the information. It's like who sees? When we see something, who sees? Is the eye seeing the object or the brain seeing the object? Yes, that's brain. Job of the eye is just to create the image. It is brain which perceives the image based on the data that the brain has, based on the references that the brain has. And from there the brain actually perceives the image, that is, we see the image, we make sense of the image. So it is the brain, not the eyes. It is the brain, not the ears. It is the brain, not the tongue or the nose or the feelings. It's all about the brain. It's all in the brain. And that's what we are going to work on today, how to improve that aspect called processing. Are you aware what is the processing capacity of the brain? It processes information. Well, my laptop has a capacity. Every computer has a capacity. Normally it is in GB. We call it GB. A hard disk has maybe 80 GB, 160 GB. That's what it is. How much does the brain has? A big question. I mean, there are different theories. We won't go into different school of thoughts. But let me tell you something, that it has a processing capacity which we cannot use in one lifetime. It is just not possible. We won't go into complications of different school of thoughts which give different data, different GBs. But I'll give you a metaphor for understanding what it is. We have something called as the processing capacity, and then we are consciously aware of a very specific aspect of the processing that the brain does. Now let's make a square of 11 kilometers. It is 11 square kilometers. And in that 11 square kilometers, what we are going to do, we are going to make a small square of 15 inches somewhere. Now see the difference. That is precisely the difference between our conscious awareness and the processing that the brain does. That is only, that is far less, it is in fractions, 0.00 some percentage of the processing capacity that the brain does. That is what we are consciously aware of. Only the topic which is currently dealt with and time. That's all that we are aware of. That's all. And we have to make our lives, we have to achieve things in our life. We have to make it big, or we have to do whatever that we are supposed to do. We have to achieve degrees, certificates, everything. And we have to use only that 15 square inches which we are consciously aware of, out of a big square of 11 square kilometers. That's it. So we are going to talk of how to do that and how is that possible. So let's begin with human brain learning and relearning.